In the most recent Counter-Strike 2 update, Valve decided to roll back the years and finally brought Train back to the game. While it's only available in competitive, casual and deathmatch, we can expect it to be added to the official map pool in the near future. Let me know in the comments which map you'd like to see Train replace, and it better be Vertigo. So how to win more on Train? Let's dive into it. Now, this might be familiar if you watched some of my previous videos, and we're back on Refrag, as it's simply the ultimate tool when it comes to learning, testing, and saving nades in CS2. At the time of recording, Refrag had added 40 different nades to their nadar mode for Train. I'm not going to show each and every one in this video, but while I waffle, let me show you some of the key nades, and if you do want to see a full breakdown video, let me know. As we move into the future, Refrag will continue to add what they call default nades, and they'll have them saved automatically for Train. You can toggle this off and on when you get into the server. The massive benefit though is that you can actually save your own nades that you either find yourself or from the likes of Austin, Nade King, maybe even some of my videos. This part is pretty simple. Once you've thrown a nade and it's landed successfully, in the chat box all you have to do is type .save and then enter the name you want for the nade. So it could be .save b/rush, whatever like that. That will then permanently link to your Refrag account until you decide you want to remove it. You have the ability to save up to 500 of your own nades. So whether you just want somewhere to save all the nades for all the map you play so you don't lose them, or you have teammates that can never remember util, this is pretty much a lifesaver. You might be wondering, why did I address utility and nades first? Well, it's a new map with some significant changes to it, and the meta will quickly be discovered with some tweaks depending on the higher or lower your rank is. But one thing that is almost always the same is the core utility that's being thrown. So with that, learning some good nades for T-side could be the difference between your team getting onto site or being shut down. And for CT, some of these can be used to take space, deny info for the Ts early, and give you more control in the round. That's a very broad overview of the benefits of utility, but over the last minute or so of me waffling, I'll have shown probably at least 10 of the core bits of util you need to know and train. Ultimately, as good as you think your aim might be, you should always be learning more utility to improve your game, because that has a higher chance of giving you wins. As I say, if you want a full util video breakdown, I will be happy to do so, but I imagine the likes of Nart may already beat me to that. Now, speaking of aim, let's move on to the second way that you'll be able to win more games in Train. As of the 15th of November, Refrag has the following modes working on Train: Pre-Fire 2.0, Crossfire, Aimbot, Spray Transfer, and Nadar, which we've already touched on. I do expect them to add other modes in the near future, as they'll want to have everything available. It's at this point, I just want to drop the reminder that this is not sponsored content, but I am a Refrag partner, and they provide the practice servers that myself and the Elixir guys use. I'll have some trial codes in the pinned comment, and they're always available on Discord if you need, and if you do want to sign up to Refrag, you can get 15% discount on the Refrag subscription if you use my code, FOZ. So out of those modes I mentioned, I think Pre-Fire 2.0 is without a doubt the best one to start using in your daily warm-up or practice before you jump into competitive Train matches. And if you're unsure what it is, it's what you're watching me play right now, and hopefully I'm not getting absolutely cooked. With all the new map changes that people have on Train, whether you love them or hate them, Pre-Fire is going to be a must so that you can figure out the best pathing around the map, where you should be focusing your crosshair, and I guarantee that even if you play Pre-Fire for only 5 to 10 minutes before jumping into a proper game of Train, you will instantly notice some improvements, and that scales tremendously the more consistent you are. Refrag Pre-Fire mode is what helped me learn crosshair placement pre-fired and allowed me to test different types of peaks when I started playing CS properly a couple of years ago. I've gone from being a silver noob that only ever played COD before that to sometimes managing to win a Division 3 UKIC match. You might notice I said Pre-Fire 2.0. The 2.0 that I'm referencing basically brought a couple of big improvements to the original Pre-Fire that Refrag had. The most noticeable of those are randomized spawns, bot displacement, and you can now play it in duo mode. So grab a trial code and then have a stab at Pre-Fire 2.0 and let me know how it goes. Now on to the third and kind of final point for this of how you can get better at Train, rank up faster, win more games. If you remember the list of modes I gave, there's 3 left, and the final one I'm going to focus on here is going to be Crossfire. Crossfire is a fun, fast-paced single and duo player game mode where you basically practice shooting bots that pique you with realistic movement and in realistic scenarios, which gives you kind of like an optimal practice scenario. Again, I'm going to have Crossfire playing now whilst I'm waffling about this to give you an idea of how it plays out. For the longest time, for me, the combination of Pre-Fire and Crossfire made up the core of my 15 to 20 minute warm-up. It will essentially move you through different parts of the maps and place you in these Crossfire examples, And depending on how well you're doing, you'll notice that the elo of the bots will increase and decrease. And why I love this so much is because it means it's not just an easy tick box warm-up, because if you're starting to cook, the bots will actually start to hit some insane shots and reset you a little bit. There's not too much more to say about Crossfire. It kind of does what it says on the tin, but it can be incredibly effective if you add it to your warm-up and practice routine. Now, you might be wondering other modes. I did mention at the start that spray transfer and aimbots were available for Train right now. Both have their benefits, but I'm not going to sit here and say that you need to play every single refrag mode that exists to be able to get better at Train. Really, there's 3 core elements that if you build them in, you'll start to win more games and rank up on Train a lot faster: Nadar, Pre-Fire, and Crossfire. The combination of these 3 modes means you can learn the core utility that you might need to throw for your teammates or yourself, and then Pre-Fire and Crossfire will help develop protocols for situationals on the map, and as I say, even after the first time of playing on them, you will notice an improvement, and that will only continue to rise when you play them more consistently. I'm on aimbots now to give you an idea. It basically takes a good old aimbots workshop maps, but it places you onto the map of choice. This can be good for a quick 5-minute warm-up, and the modes that I'm waiting to come for Train that you should keep an eye out for are Blitz, Xfire, Op-Hold, and Duels. They're the modes that I use most often in my own warm-up routine, along with Pre-Fire and Crossfire, so as soon as they're available, I'm going to be adding them to my routine, and you should probably have a look at them too. All in all, I'm not saying you need to start running the warm-up routine of a professional player. That's not the case at all, especially if you only want to grind competitive with your friends and still take it just pretty chill. But spending some time on refrag to learn the core nades, but also add them so you don't just lose them in the void of nades that you've sent your mates from TikTok, and then playing 10-15 minutes of Pre-Fire and Crossfire on Train before you queue is definitely going to help you rank up faster and win more games. So hopefully this video is helpful and you guys can start to get more wins. Remember, you can use code FOSS for 15% off the refrag subscription, and if you want to test it out before paying, I'll have the trial codes in the pinned comment and also available in Discord if those run out. There's a mass abundance on them, so everyone will be able to get one, don't worry. I'm going to end it there. Hopefully this has been beneficial, and hopefully it will help you get more wins in Train. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.